Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope we had a good weekend. Today I want to talk about a topic which relates to school versus being your own entrepreneur. And I want to start by something very simple. School hasn't changed in a very, very long time. And the one thing you guys have to understand is that right now the student debt is through the roof. It's in excess of $1.4 trillion nationwide. And the average person still makes substantially less to make, obviously, school a viable option for most individuals. Now, I'm going to give you something for food for thought when it comes to if you're thinking about going to school, incurring about $250,000 in student debt, or starting and venturing off in your own business. So think about this. Everything that is taught to you in school is because an entrepreneur came up with it first, and then the schools devised an educational curriculum to teach you how to do the exact same thing that somebody already came up with. An example of this is basically Facebook and social media. Mark Zuckerberg, along with other individuals, came up with what's now known as, obviously, social media. Schools are now teaching you, in some cases, how to do social media, whether that's Twitter, whether that's Instagram, whether that's whatever the heck is out there that I can't keep track of, Facebook, all these different things. The point is that they're teaching you now how to do that somebody else came up with it, created, and perfected, and now they're showing you how to do it. So with that being said, the answer to the question is very simple. You should. If you are creative enough, you're driven enough, you're resilient enough, you should definitely 110% start your own business. If you don't really do well against adversity, having things or obstacles, things going the wrong way, if those things kind of shut you down and you give up, then you should definitely go to school and get a job, because there's two types of schools when it comes to, I don't mean educational. There is the person's going to be an employee and work for somebody and make a salary and make that person a lot of money because they can just don't mind getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning, being at work, getting out at 5 and collecting that paycheck because it's really the path of least resistance. If that's you, because you don't have the resilience, you don't have the perseverance, you don't have maybe the creativity, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that you probably shouldn't be an entrepreneur. Now, if you have the other thing where you probably don't fit in corporate America, it means that you're controversial, you're probably argumentative, you don't like being told what to do, you don't really put up with authority, then those are all traits of somebody that should be an entrepreneur. Now, whether you're going to be successful in business because you do have those qualities, it's going to be solely and 100% dependent upon your drive to learn, study, seek out information, or have people in your life that are going to be mentors and show you ways, and you're open enough to be coached and to obviously receive this information so you can be successful in that business venture that you want to endeavor in. Now, obviously, I wouldn't give you a complete video if I didn't tell you some options that you guys can do right now that are really not that expensive and that anybody that's got even just basic computer skills can basically carry out. I'll give you an example of myself. I decided to go back to school about, I think it's 3 years ago now almost, because I started in pre-med in Pratt University and I completely just didn't do it because I wanted to party, hang out, and whatnot. So I didn't finish pre-med. That's why I went into finance and economics. So I still had in the back of my mind this thing of, do I have what it takes to be a doctor? And at that time, I was planning on studying oncology to become a surgeon specifically. So I went back to school. I took some of the classes that I picked up where I left off. So I started taking some of those classes, my chems, my bios, all those different things. I had to retake some of my maths because I really had just forgotten some of these things that I don't utilize. So I retook some classes just to refresh, and I did exceptionally well. Now, the books in college are retardedly expensive. I think I was being charged like $300 for one class. All in all, it's going to be just over $1,000, and I just didn't want to do that. So I ended up going online, and I found PDF versions of all these books. So I found my basic books, and since I spent, I think, like $75 on them, I decided to go on eBay and sell these digital copies of books. Well, to my amazing surprise, I was just trying to recuperate my money. I ended up making a significant amount of money in just those books. I took some of that money and I reinvested and bought more books. So what I ended up doing is I would go and figure out what are the general classes that every student at my university has to take, which is going to be psychology. You got to take philosophy, history, English, your algebras, your trigonometries, probably something in communications, just the basic run-of-the-mill courses everybody's got to take. So I bought all those books in digital format and I started selling them on eBay. I also found out that a lot of these same classes are taught across multiple colleges. So I started cross-referencing which books are being utilized in multiple colleges. That way, obviously, my marketplace is going to be larger. Long story short, by me just selling some of these digital books online that I probably spent less than $400 to get a slew of books, I ended up making well over $6,000. So e-commerce is a humongous thing for you to go out and obviously make money in. A lot of people are using Amazon. You can use eBay, and that's a very easy run-of-the-mill type area that you can go into. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. You can do drop shipping, which basically you don't even have to own the item. You can literally say, hey, I can get this item to you within 30 days, and you can contact the wholesaler once you get a sale, and they ship it directly to you. Once you get enough money, you can actually have the item shipped to Amazon, and Amazon will go ahead and ship those items on your behalf. So again, you have to even hold inventory at your home. So it makes it very easy to have an e-commerce type business. If you're entertaining, if you're funny, if you have a lot of knowledge in your mind, if you are charismatic enough to obviously engage an audience, you can do videos, live streaming, you can do YouTube videos. That's also very profitable. If you're good at gaming, gaming is becoming a humongous, even more so than 4 or 5 years ago. Right now, you're getting big corporations are jumping into this whole gaming thing. So there's a lot of money being tossed around for people that are good gamers. In that same genre, gamers need managers. Are you good at negotiating business, contracts? Are you good at speaking with people, being charismatic, all those different things? You can be an agent for some of these guys that need representation in the marketplace, that are good at one thing, are just not good in business, which is kind of what I used to do with Swifty. So that hopefully that gives you guys some kind of an idea. I know that this has been a topic that I've been wanting to kind of just put out there per se, because there's been a lot of dispute nowadays as to whether you should go to school and incur all these costs or actually go out and be an entrepreneur. And the answer is both, depending on your personality. Like I said, some people will fit in school because they want to be in a 9 to 5. They fit into that role model, into that role. And there's people that should never ever go to school and become a complete entrepreneur and just kind of blaze their own path. So sorry for putting the video out one day later than I promised. I will try and stream tomorrow night at 9 p.m. all the way till midnight. If you guys want to see me, I'll put the link once again below here so you guys can go visit me. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.